Good morning, good evening, and good night to you, wherever you are around the world. We are here today with some more Dragon Blaze content, and I hope you guys are doing all right. It's been a long time since I've been here. Definitely happy to be re-recording again, and I'm just very thankful that I'm back here. And you probably guys probably missed me. Probably hasn't, but we're here for this content, guys. We're back. It's been out on a lot of very important things. I've been out. So now I'm back, hopefully to constantly keep making content for you guys. I haven't made the new hero yet, so that's what we're gonna do now. I've been waiting specifically to make a video. I know I'm about 3 or so days late, but I'm gonna make it, give my thoughts on it as I normally do. So as usual with our events, Katarina Dice event, make sure you're doing this. Lots of good resources here. Make sure you do not miss out on this. It's very important that you do that and continue to do so you can get resources. Make sure you are doing your Odyssey Assailant coin event. Obviously, you get 2 times your coins, which is very important, which is very needed to get your legendary your ulti gear, your ultimate gear, if you want that. Doing daily aspiration, make sure you're doing this because it's a lot of great rewards here. You do not want to miss out, so make sure you are getting on every day and maintaining daily aspiration so you can get your rewards here. Katarina stuff is going pretty good. I'm getting a lot more process here. I'm getting a lot more further because I messed up. So now I'm on the right track to getting where I need for her to be as far as like levels and gear and stuff like that. Speaking of gear, I got another piece. As you can see, I got the abyssal staff. And then I got the robe. I got another abyssal staff. So the only thing I need now is just the abyssal orb, and then we'll be good to go on that front. So I'm very happy about that. But we're not here for that. We're here for the new hero. So I have not gotten her yet. I know she's a paladin, I believe. And then her special is Gens in Autumn. So let's see what she can do, because I haven't gone anything into that. We're going to skip all that stuff, you know. We're just going to get straight into it. Really cool summon animation. The first ability, it says attack all enemies and receive physical damage and single damage upon normal attack 10th phase for 3.5 seconds. That's really cool that she has an AoE ability where she's hitting everybody and also receiving that physical buff. Now remember, physical damage. There's different type of damages in the game, so make sure you understand that damage. So it's physical and single damage, so that's gonna be very important. And the phase is 10, which is very important for those who do not remember. Your phases does matter. If there's a phase that's stronger than it, it'll cancel it. If it's weaker than it, then it's not gonna affect your phase. So let's say we had an 8th phase debuff that basically takes away all your buffs. Well, if you have a 10th phase buff, it won't affect it because, again, yours is much higher. The second one, whoa. It says, inflict 7,000 skill damage on all enemies, cooldown 20.1 seconds. Let's see why. The first has debuff. Increase receive physical damage by 140%, an additional increase by 10 per despair. We'll see what that means. 10th phase for 15 seconds, only for bosses. So that's only for bosses, which is fine. We do need more ways to hit the bosses and get them down faster. So I still like that effect there. That's not bad. The second one says receive damage by 140% and additionally increase 10% per despair 10th phase for 15 seconds, only for bosses. All right. Oh, physical damage for the first one. The third one is basically receive AoE damage by 140% and additionally increase by 10 per despair 10th phase for 15 seconds, only for bosses. So, and then the last one says specialty. It says increase DEX by 420%, physical attack by 1,680%, and additional boss damage by 840% for all allies 10th phase 5 stacks. So the first one's debuffs is going to be basically helping you against the bosses, which is very good, only for bosses only. And then the last one, which is a specialty, is going to be helping you get buff for your DX and your physical. So your DX is like your archers and stuff like that, your Some paladins can do that too, but archers are going to benefit the most from DEX, and rogues. Rogues and archers are your DEX characters, so they're going to benefit from that. And then the physical attack is going to benefit as well from any other class other than like your mages and stuff like that as well. So that's going to be really good. And it's 10th phase 5 stack, so it's going to stack 5 times. So not bad actually, not bad at all. The second effect, it says cast buff on all allies 23 seconds. Let's see what that means. Buff, it says increase signal attack by 840% and additionally increase 20% per despair 10th phase for 20 seconds. We'll see what that despair is at some point. We're going to go back to the abilities on the hard copy version instead of the preview so you can see what that is. But that's really good. 20 seconds is a long time, guys. 20 seconds is a long time. So that's not bad. Buff to increase AoE attack by the same percentage I just mentioned, and additionally increase 20% per despair 10 phase for 20 seconds. That's very good. So not only your single attack, but your AoE as well. And then the third one is the same thing. It says increase physical attack by the same percentage and DEX by 210% for all allies 10th phase 5 stacks excluding self, because paladins, you know, also can be DEX as well. So that's nice. So she increased physical and DEX for everybody else except for herself 10th phase, which is fine. It's not really going to hurt her in any way. She's kind of like a really good utility paladin, which is really, really cool, actually. Definitely can't wait to make her and do some really cool stuff with her. Her ultimate signature skill, upon charging warrior percent signature energy, specialty 1, it says inflicts 157,500% skill damage on one enemy, which is now she's basically the #1 hero in the game that does the most damage as far as like ultimate goes. That's a lot, guys. I haven't covered anything that does remotely that much damage. That's a lot. Holy snap. Secondly, it says increase physical attack by 2,520%. Additional boss damage by 5,040%, and additional random damage by the same percentage I just mentioned for all allies. 10th phase 5 stacks. So that's very good. And then the last one, it says buff 1. It says increase their vulnerability on all allies. 10th phase for 40 seconds, guys. There is a hero that does something similar to that. I do have her, but it ain't 40 seconds though. So that's quite impressive. Overall, she's gonna be awesome. She is going to be so awesome. Let's go through the skills because I'm trying to find out what that despair thing is. I'm pretty sure you probably know what it is because you've been through this, but we're gonna go through this and make sure we didn't miss anything. So receive AoE damage, DS physical attack times 5, and then it says the buff here. We got that signature skill. All right, so now the buff 2, it says increase physical attack by 259% for all allies, an additional increase by 50% per despair for all allies 10th phase for 40 seconds. That's a lot, guys. And once you get that despair thing down, that might be in her passives, which I hope it is. That's really good. She has a lot of buffs. She has, goodness, for her ultimate. Her next one says increase single attack by 259% for all allies, an additional increase by 50% per despair 10th phase for 40 seconds. And then the last one says increase AoE attack basically by the same thing that I just read previously. They're all basically the same. It's just 50% per despair 10th phase for 40 seconds. So they're all basically the same. That's really good. Light of the Void. So that's really awesome. This hero is going to be pretty good. Let's go to the passives right now. And it says special skill, specialty, increase despair by 3 every 10 seconds, max 100. So here we go. So when you go by her abilities, it's by per despair. So she gets every 3 every 10 seconds, which is 10 seconds is quite a bit of time actually. But as the games go by, as your fights go by, and then they kind of proceed on as you're fighting, you should get a couple of these at least, depending on how resilient your team is. And then based on how much you get is basically how strong this pylon is going to be. So she's going to be wildly powerful, depending on how the game goes. Crossroads of Fate. It says passive, personal passive, immunity 10th phase. Whoa, all right. Ally Aura, increased physical attack by 8,400% and melee by the same percentage I just mentioned. Ally Aura 2, increased single attack by the same percentage I just mentioned, and AoE by the same percentage. Ally Aura 3, increased additional boss damage by 4,200% and DEX by 2,100%. Rogue passive, increased DEX by 2,100%, and additional boss damage by 4,200%. Physical attack by 8,400%, basically 8,400% and 4,200%, basically. And melee attack by 8,400%. So basically the other ones are just the same percentages. Just don't mind me. First video back, very rusty. Ally Aura, enemy Aura, increased received damage by 2,100%, which is kind of cool. All right, we're gonna go to the last one. It says, oh, now this is your world boss passives right here. So this is going to be really good if you're going to be fighting them constantly. It says Ally Aura, increase physical damage by 16,800% and melee attack by the same percentage, which is a lot. That's a lot of percentage increase there, guys. So wow, that's really good. Ally Aura 2, increase single attack by the same percentage I just mentioned, and AoE by the same percentage as well. So that's really, really powerful. Ally Aura 3, increased DX by 4,200% and additional boss damage by 8,400%. Enemy Aura, increased received AoE damage by 4,200%, autumn only. Enemy Aura 2, increased received damage by the same percentage I just mentioned, Genis only. Specialty, upon using Light of the Void, inflicts 10 times additional skill damage. Inflicts 10 times additional skill damage. That's quite a lot. And then you have your, your fourth impact, basically force. You can do that on your own time, as I always say in each video. And then Prisoner of Despair. So this is cool. We're going to see what this is. It says Infinity Passive. This is Ally Aura, increased physical attack by 251%. Specialty, upon using Return of Despair, increase received damage by 140% and AoE damage by 140% for all allies 10th phase, 3 stacks. So, and then we're going to go ahead and get her too. I want to do that first. I'm not sure if you guys want me to do that first and then do the breakdown last. I'm not sure how you want me to do that, so I kind of just did it that way. So hopefully you guys don't mind. You can always let me know how you want that to be done as well, so I can kind of do it like the right way for you. So, we're not like backtracking or anything like that. We're going to get her. And then that's kind of be kind of it. But yeah, she's going to be really awesome, depending on what kind of lineup you want. She's basically like a nice buffer and debuffer. She's going to allow you to help out against bosses and buff up your team. Mainly like your rogues and archers and stuff like that. But she's going to be still very useful, regardless of the matter. So, it's just based on what you want to do. But I'm going to be testing her out quite a bit and seeing how much I like her in my group. So, because I'm going to be spending a lot of packs on her too. I think I have like 137 saved because I'm late and I have rubies to spend too. So, because, you want to start prepping for your hero after a couple days. So, we're definitely going to be going ahead and doing that. So, we're going to go ahead and unlock her. Excuse me for all the noise. I gotta learn how to edit so I can get all that noise and sound out. But that's it for today's video, guys. I do have to my team is not strong enough to go through the the collapse, the one that I'm working on. So I'm gonna have to power up my team first and then do a video. I'm not do a video later. I'm gonna go through it and try to fight one and see if I can pass it. So, but yeah, I definitely have to get power up my team finally, and then I can actually go through and try to beat that. But yeah, more content here. We're back. I just been like stupid busy, so hopefully you guys are rocking with me. But that's all for today's video, guys. Hope you liked the video. Make sure you're doing your pass. Make sure you're being very active there. Make sure you're being very active in your weekly missions as well, stuff like that. So make sure you are doing that stuff so you can maintain and get your, because this is constant now. I don't think it's going anytime soon. So make sure you are doing that. And your Starlight Pass, make sure you're doing that as well. And I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.